Greetings, it's T. Wally Lau. Let's discuss Reasonable Doubt, Season 2, Episode 5, Guilty into Proven Innocent. Thought this was America, people, because we know it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Side note, this is a classic Jay-Z song, great video, go over to YouTube, check it out. The episode opens up with Jax visiting Chanel in jail and confronts her about her theory that she is not the one who took JT's life. Chanel flips it on her, like, oh, you're just not protecting me. You never stand up for black women. Jax does not fall for it and lets her know, man or woman, whatever color, you should not lie to your attorney. Good point. Write that down. You should always tell your attorney everything. Holding things back only makes it harder for your attorney, and you never want your attorney to be surprised by anything that's going on in your case. The cover-up is always worse than the crime. Of course, Corey does not want to believe Jax's theory, mainly because it's just her gut. She doesn't have any real evidence to prove it, and he wants to move forward with his plan to argue self-defense. So the interview airs with Chanel on prime time. They have a jury consultant come in, let them know that the percentage of people who actually believe that she did not do it in cold blood has decreased, but we don't get to see whether or not this has affected the jury because we don't get to see voir dire, which is the process in which they choose jurors. So we don't know if the interview worked or not. They go straight to opening statements. They are already in court with a jury. This new DA is going extra hard, mainly because, which is something I did forget, is because they lost last, season 1 with the Braden Miller case, and we know that he was actually guilty. So over to Adrian and Evan, they meet up, they discuss a secret that he's keeping, something that happened between Adrian and JT before he passed away. Jax's investigator can't find anything dirty on Evan, so she schedules a meeting to talk to him in person. She notices that it's a lot of security for it to be a simple financial planning firm. He is really dismissive with her, which only raises her suspicion, but he does confirm that Adrian is not a client, he is just an associate. Evan goes down to the jail to talk to Chanel, just a snitch, just to kind of put in her ear some secrets that we don't get to hear about Adrian. And it's obvious that she doesn't even know what's going on with the money. That is all on Adrian. So now she's finally starting to see that Adrian is not all she thought he was. Adrian and Evan meet again, and he tells Adrian that he knows Jax is investigating him. She even came to his office. She's going to be a problem. Tells Adrian that he needs to contain her. Now I'm thinking, it ain't no way he mean to kill Jax. It's already a high-profile case. If one of her attorneys pass away, it's just going to bring even more unwanted attention. But he sets up a meeting to talk to Jax. He's at Chanel's house. She's finally smart enough to allow her investigator to sit outside after he had to convince her, hey, whether it was out of love or not, Jax, you still think that he's the one who took JT's life. Why would you go over there by yourself? And the way he is sitting in Chanel's house, like a Godfather scene, holding a picture of Chanel and JT, is all a little hilarious. But then he stands up and he has a gun in the back of his pants. And I'm like, now really, what's gonna happen now? Let me know what you think. Do you really think that Evan meant to tell Adrian to take Jax out, or is he just supposed to scare her to get her to back off? Tell me what you think. Until next time. JT's mother is the first to testify, and of course it's extremely emotional. She took my baby away from me. He was such a good man. I can't believe this happened. And Chanel gets extremely irritated and has several outbursts in court. Another no-no. Be quiet. You should never do that. It just irritates the judge, and it does not help even if you're right. She's screaming about black eyes. That is not helping her case. So they have a recess. She talks to Corey and Jax while they're trying to calm her down. Then she reveals that no, JT was actually abused by his mother. Now, why she didn't tell him that sooner than this, I don't understand. That's such a great point for them to bring up in court. Let's switch over to Mr. Lewis right quick. He is desperately trying to get in touch with Tony because he needs to know who baby that is before he tells Jax anything. He finally meets with Tony and she's like, hey, JT's dead. You're back with Jax. This is my baby. I don't want to test. Just leave me alone. And at first, Lewis is okay with that. But later in the episode, he's like, no, I really need to know. Because what good man, at least halfway good man, or father wants a child out there that he thinks may be his, but doesn't want to get it confirmed? Corey goes out with some of the partners. They seem to really like him. Of course, he's a man. And they discuss Jax. Like, they really don't like her. And they want to reel him in. They want him more involved in the firm. Probably will ask him to join their firm after this case because they think that he can help control Jax, make her more amenable. They actually bring her in for a talk. Say that she needs to be more hospitable to Corey. When I tell you the patience that any black woman has to have to survive in corporate America, just God bless you. Corey and Jax meet up later in the episode at the same cigar lounge, and they finally have an honest come to Jesus meeting about how they feel about each other. And what I appreciate about this show is the honesty it shows in the code switching of conversations. The language that they use when they're talking to each other is never what they would use in the office or in front of the partners. During this scene, my song of the episode plays, which is Fall in Love by Erykah Badu. Because while they're smoking those cigars, it's a look of lust, a little love in Corey's eyes towards Jax.